Welcome to Guitar Gallery. It's Stefan, and today we've got our good friend James here. Welcome, James.
Thank you. It's nice to be back again.
Yeah, I think it was about 2.5 years ago. You and Andre came through and recorded a few songs.
Yeah, it was about 2.5 years ago. Yeah,
Beautiful bourgeois banjo killer.
my special baby.
Now, James, just to remind our viewers, is that James is actually blind, and I have to remind myself that all the time because when James started explaining guitars, it's just amazing how you see with your hands and your ears, and the detail how you describe it. You've always had a passion for high-end acoustics or well-built acoustic guitars.
Yeah, I think I've got a big passion, but not a big purse to buy everything that I like. But yes, for many years I thought there was something wrong with me because I never had the feel to go to electric.
Yeah.
And then I was introduced to bluegrass music, and then I realized that there's a whole world out there, especially in America, for people that love acoustic guitars. And so now I'm happy, and I think I'm at a nice place at the moment where now there's nothing wrong if you only want to play acoustic. It's actually, to me, it's special. I love it.
Just on that story, you went over to the US and played on various guitars there, and that's where you came across the bourgeois. Is that right?
Yeah, that was an interesting thing because still today, South Africa is so small, so you can only have so many brands, but there's a whole world out there with many more. And I always thought, and like you said, if you can't see, and people buy with their eyes, they see the name on the headstock, or they see, and they also would think the price tag. If this guitar is expensive, it's got to be nice because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And for many years, I thought that if we take in our currency in rands, if say a guitar is 10,000 rand and another one is 20, I thought then that it's got to be double as nice. It's got to be double better, and that's not the case. It's sometimes a 10%. You pay for bling, you pay for different woods, and yeah. So at the end of the day, it comes down to your personal preference.
And I think you offended a few people on that trip by saying some very, very high-end guitars didn't necessarily like them.
It was, that's an interesting thing, and I don't want to go into brand names.
Yeah.
But there was one specific guitar it's very high-end and very special.
Yeah.
And the guy gave it to me, and I played it, and he was, because he didn't tell me what he gave me. He just said, play this.
Yeah.
And it was nice. And I said to him, this is nice, but nothing for
special.
me to, I'm not going to sell a finger to buy it. And he caught a fit in the shop. He said, but that is one of the best guitars I've ever heard in my life. Because he knew what it was. And I said, well, that's my honest opinion. So that was just part of the fun, and that's there. Somebody once said, because people ask, one of the professional players in America, people ask him, what is the best guitar that for out there? And he said a very nice thing. He said that the best guitar is the guitar that you can't put down. It doesn't matter what's the name or the price tag or anything. The guitar that you can't put down, that's a guitar for you, and that's your best guitar. And it's so true, because it's, if you can buy 20 or 30 guitars, it's nice. But everybody's not in that position to do that. And if you've got to choose one, you've got to choose one that you like. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says about it. If you like it and that makes you happy, that's a guitar for you. And you go for it.
Just tell me that story, because I know you went with you coming over to the US, and you told me the story about, you've met Henderson.
Wayne Henderson.
Yeah, you've met.
Yes.
But what was that story again? I always enjoy that story about you and Wayne Henderson.
Yeah, that is funny. That's one of the guitars that I would love to play. But I'm afraid of that because I think I would want to have one. But when he saw Wayne playing, I think it was at Millfest, he played this Henderson, and that was the first time that he saw that, and he was sitting there, and he was blown away by the sound and said, "Wow, that is nice." And he went to the guy and he said, "That guitar sounds fantastic. What guitar is it?" And he said, "This is a Wayne Henderson." And you said to him, "But who the hell is Wayne Henderson?" And the guy said, I'm Wayne Anderson. That's me. And it's if felt so small.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the because his work is especially if you're a flat picker, especially the bluegrass type of music, very very special instruments.
So one of the reasons, or maybe the main reason why I've got James here today, is we've selected 6 of our favorite dreadnoughts. Now James doesn't know which ones they are. I haven't told him, and I'm not going to tell him. So, but I think the one thing, and just back to your earlier story about the experience in the store where you didn't necessarily like the specific guitar. The fact that James can't see the guitar doesn't mean that he's got an objective view. He still has specific preferences, and he ended up buying a Bourgeois because that obviously is the guitar that he can't put down.
Put it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's just James's opinion, but at least a brand shouldn't play a role in your opinion. And we know you've got good ears, so that's obviously why we have you here. So I think then before we go into giving you the various guitars to give an opinion on that and play them, is we've fitted all these guitars with Diodore EJ 17, so that's 13s, 2 days ago.
Fossil bronze, yes.
Fossil bronze, so that obviously would level the playing field. And then we've told James he's not allowed to touch the headstock because he's got a way of
figuring it out, yes.
Spotting the brand. So it's just we're going to go through these guitars and ask James what does he think about these guitars, and then at the end we're going to ask him which one can't he put down.
I'm going to pick a favorite, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're nice to me, then I think maybe we can record a song with that specific guitar.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
that's be nice.
So, all right, yeah, I think we can. Let's give it a go.
All right, so enjoy.